And you notice how Remind Ancient of Warcraft, he gets his archer to fire one shot first so that the units are brought in really close. He runs his archer back, and then he starts, and that just means that his Ancient of War doesn't have to run as far, and that just allows him to creep a bit faster. He's actually creeping. Oh, sorry, I might have not been watching properly. I thought he was creeping the wrong one, but he probably isn't because he's Remind and I'm not. And Wisp now coming in from Remind, and I imagine Grubby's now about to start creeping. Yep, here he is here. Uh, Obviously go for the middle one first. Meanwhile, Remind, yeah, he did creep the right one. Getting his claws of attack. In case you don't know, actually, the creeps on this aren't mirrored properly. I should have highlighted that actually, but you probably know it. There's different creeps here as there are to in the equivalent camp, and you'll actually notice the experience difference. 112. Oh, Grubby still has one more to creep, but he'll be. I think he's at slightly higher than 112 experience, but it takes longer to creep. And I think there's actually or I don't know which one is definitively better to spawn at. It's just sort of one of those weird. I think it was a map maker mistake, and then sort of people realized it fairly early on. But by that point, who really cares? It's a nominal. Actually, no, I don't think it was a mistake. I think it was intentional. Grubby's at 144 because I think the creeps are actually balanced when you look at the Merc camp. I can't remember now. I don't often play this map because I tend to play custom games with friends. I don't play this game. It's only when I have to play in some sort of tournament like Zotac that I end up playing this map, and then I end up not knowing it as well as I should, and not having my creep routes down. Especially considering I play random, so very different. Oh, very nice there. Speed scroll and salve used on the Deuce to save the peon. Worth it financially, and in terms of denying the experience as well. I think you have to put up some sort of gold value on experience, and I think Grubby made the right choice there, especially considering that Remind is still level 1, and you really need to stop the Demon Hunter from leveling up so that your Tauren Chieftain has mana, and I assume it's going to be a dot build. No Hunter's Hall at least. Grubby now just sitting around by the Ogre Magi, chasing his Demon Hunter with one grunt. I'm surprised he didn't bring that in so he can creep this here faster, but I'm not sure what Grubby's doing. He isn't reducing his damage taking at all, but he ran his Blade Master around, and I think he's gonna have to create this one Magi and run because yeah, there his grunt goes there, and he's gonna wind walk out, I presume. Oh no, he can creep the rest. Imba Blade Master, all that. Talisman of Evasion, not a great item. Grubby gets scouted, dusted, and will have to run away. That grunt will probably take a bit of damage to the Demon Hunter, but will manage to get away unless it gets ensnared again, but I don't think it will. Oh, maybe it will, because that is a trapper, but no, it's busy running back. Yeah, so that grunt's going to survive. And meanwhile, Grubby's salving up now. He's level 2. Stronghold's almost complete. And Tree of Ages a bit closer. Which is, I think, has been the case for every game so far, apart from maybe game 1 where Remind was going hunts. And this grunt's actually taking a lot of damage. Grubby is coming in with his Blade Master. He could get us around here. Using a speed scroll, doesn't manage to save it this time, but the Demon Hunter is very low. 51 hit points, and Grubby blocking himself a bit, but he does have a boots, and Remind doesn't, and Remind knows that his Demon Hunter's gonna have to TP out, so he just goes for the mana burn. But Grubby, oh no, sorry, Remind does have boots, sorry, I think I said that he didn't. Grubby doesn't have mana because of that mana burn, and so that was very clever for Remind, sorry, I didn't actually notice what was going on there. Grubby had almost enough, had enough for Windwalk, but because Remind actually was gutsy and mana burned him and then continued running, Grubby couldn't mana burn, so the Demon Hunter lives. Sorry, I think I called that wrong a bit because heat of the moment and all that. Tauren Chieftain coming out of Saul's Spirit Lodge. No bestiary. He's not building in some sort of proxy location like he did last time. Looks like he's coming. Grubby's going to go shopping again. Nope, he decides against it. Ancient of Winds going up outside the base, actually. That's a bit odd, but I guess not sort of overly impossible. It's going to mean that he's going to have a slightly easier time defending his base. He's not going to have to run inside his base to be a bit defended. And Grubby, I think he'll be going for this camp up here, maybe? Or maybe his gold mine. He really likes creeping out this camp here. It's really easy to creep with grunts, and you see him doing it a lot. and wind walked into this creep jack here. Sorry about the lag. This is just a natural problem with doing this live. And Grubby is scouted, but he does manage to steal the item. Does manage to steal it, but doesn't get the item, which was it was Ring of Protection +3. So really a bad item set so far by both sides. Grubby bringing his grunts back. I think he's going to try and TC Treep in a second. And both his tier 2 buildings are going up. Sorry about this lag. It's should get a bit better in a second. It's just a bit jumpy for me, really, and I imagine it'll all clear up in a second. He's now using a healing salve, and Remind's now going in just to create this central warlord. This is something really worth doing. It gives a really nice either healing potion or greater healing potion or mana potion or something. Obviously, all of those are really useful, apart from Roar Scroll. But all the others are quite useful against Orc. And Mantle of Intelligence and Healing Potion, obviously very useful. Demon he's actually going to creep the entire thing. He can do it, but he could take a lot of damage. And if Grubby did come in with his Blade Master now, he could kill it. And Grubby spotted Troll Berserker, so useful against dots. And Grubby full hit point Blade Master now scouting around. He might actually get lucky. Yeah, it looks like he will. He has the mana for a Windwalk. Remind might have heard the Windwalk if he's using his super senses. But you do see it happen more often than you might think. Both the heroes really low hit points. Remind looks like he'll manage to save them both. Although this Beastmaster takes a lot of damage. Remind passes the TP but doesn't even need to use it. Lots of moon juice is going to need to be used, but that's a small price to pay. You're obviously going to get this one last creep kill, and his Torn Chieftain's level 2 now, I imagine, needs to salve up. Yeah, level 2. Mana stealing, that's very nice. Obviously, mana is so important on the Beastmaster and the Tinker, and on the Torn Chieftain as well, so it means that he doesn't need to be at 100 mana to be able to send off a shockwave immediately, because he can just steal the mana and then use it. And then if the other two heroes don't have mana, the Demon Hunter always has mana, so you can always just steal that. And Grubby gets a Tome of Agility there, and we'll just continue off. And it looks like Grubby's going to try and ensnare, surround. Oh no, he doesn't have his Raider yet. Maybe I'll try and surround it. No. Yeah, there's the surround there. Obviously, surrounding creeps is so useful, especially against ones that can like shockwave you, stuff like that. Remind creeping really close actually. I wonder what item Grubby will get. Mana Stone. Oh wow, some pretty pimpy mana items there for Grubby, and his Blade Master's now coming in. Immediately taking a lot of damage. I hope he has a Invuln pot. Yeah, he does. Using a Speed Scroll now as well. He has one Raider out. I don't know if he has Ensnare. But yeah, there's the Ensnare there. He looks like he's gonna manage to kill this dot. Uses a Shockwave. Only level 2 Torn Chieftain though, so he's going to want to creep to 3 before he really engages. He's really close to 3 as well, so it would be a bit crazy not to. Probably misses the chance to kill his Ancient of War there. I guess he doesn't want to because he knows Remind's really nearby, and Remind just re-engage. And he does have 6 dots or something with Master Training now. And I think I saw Remind does have an Orb as well. Lots of dots coming back out here, and Grubby looks like he's going to re-engage now. Or actually, he's being engaged. He looks like he wants to get out of here, which is fairly sensible. Grubby gets one more Shockwave off from using a Wand of Mana stealing on the Beastmaster, and all these dots are really low health now. Bird form for one of the dots. This is something that you don't see pros doing nearly as often as they should, in my opinion. I mean, obviously it's a lot of extra micro, but it's really worthwhile. Another mana burn there. You notice that Grubby was almost at 50 hit points, or 50 mana on a Storm Chief, and that's when you need to mana burn, because Grubby has a still one charge on a Wand of Mana stealing, so if he did have 50 you could get the full mana for Shockwave. And a level 3 on the Torn Chieftain now. He might actually use his Mana Stone. Yeah, he does actually, and just for the good Shockwave he gets a really good one off, and he does have enough mana for another one, assuming it doesn't get burnt. And Demon Hunter is ensnared, and it looks like Grubby's going to try and keep the Torn Chieftain away for long enough. He does. 2 really low dots here, but Grubby does need to run away because he has all these low grunts, 3 really low grunts, and he has used his Speed Scroll, so he won't be able to Speed Scroll them away, but it looks like Remind isn't going to engage. and Grubby's Blade Master fairly low, but he could actually try and go and pick off a couple of these. He might go and buy in a heal scroll now, and then just go back. Yeah, he buys heal scroll and an invuln, but I didn't know he had the money for that. Actually, that's a lot of money just to have sitting around. Maybe he hasn't been macroing, probably. Grubby does lose one grunt, and this blade, our Torrent Chief is really low. He should be careful, because if I guess the dots are far enough back. Grubby does ensnare with the Demon Hunter, so it can't mana burn him again. 50 mana on the Torrent Chieftain, so if it and Grubby passes the heal scroll as well. Another ensnare being used on the Demon Hunter again, and it looks like Remind's gonna give up and go away. Sorry, my voice is getting hoarse after 4 games. I'm just gonna have a quick drink of water. Okay. 3 Spirit Walkers now out for Grubby. 2 Raiders and a Grunt, and Troll Berserker, which do so much damage to